Bless up, my people. Welcome back to the channel. It's a girl and Isabel Rose. Thanks for all the new subscribers. Thanks to the returning subscribers. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Turn the post notification bell on. Put it on all so you won't miss an upload from me. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. So in this one, my people, King's Council calling for reduced powers of the Prime Minister under a Republic Jamaica. As well as Marlene Malahoo Ford says the referendum to abolish Monark is a political risk. People not for hear that one, yeah. Stay tuned for the details at hand. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Run over to my other platform. Subscribe over there. Get that channel to 1k for me, please and thanks. Some people were still on the matter of a Republic Jamaica. And yesterday I outlined, what Mr. Hugh Small saying that it won't be a 1, 2, 3 process as we seen, Marlene Malahoo Ford making it seem. And he went ahead and gave us a step-by-step process in that road to Republic. And we've seen King's Council Hilton asking that they even move away from the, Privy Council as a final court of appeal and to let the CCJ be instead. Right now, it's coming out saying that under a Republic Jamaica that the powers of the Prime Minister must be reduced. And I'm saying to myself, I've heard it before, and I say to myself now, my people say, why then, if we have a president, do we need a prime minister? But that is for another video. But he outlined 5 recommendations that he wants to see happen under this new constitution reform to become republic. So one on his agenda is that the powers of the Prime Minister be reduced. 2, he wants fixed election dates. He wants term limits. He wants direct election to be held for an executive president. And he also wants fixed term for the Director of Public Prosecutions. But hear more on what he says about those.
The front pages of both our morning newspapers today indicate a significant development. It appears, I understand, that yesterday, the co-chair of the Constitutional Reform Committee, the Minister of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, announced that the committee has completed phase 1 of its work and will be submitting its report to the cabinet. The minister did not indicate what the report will say, so unfortunately, we cannot discuss that. I will have to content myself with listing some of the things on my wish list that in my view should be among the recommendations, but won't be. And you will see that most of my suggestions are with a view to reducing the power of the Prime Minister. Right now, under our Constitution, the date on which a general election is held, or for that matter, local government, is almost totally in the discretion of the Prime Minister. Understandably, Prime Ministers schedule general elections, fix the date for the time that is most politically advantageous. It seems to me that that is an undesirable situation and a power unnecessarily placed in the hands of one person. Secondly, there should be a change, in my view, so that the Judicial Service Commission, instead of the Prime Minister, decides who should be appointed as the Chief Justice and the President of the Court of Appeal. The Constitution now provides that this commission appoint judges of those courts, with 2 exceptions. And ironically, the 2 exceptions are the heads of each court. In my view, this is fundamentally wrong. The appointments to these positions ought not to be in the hands of the political directorate, or worse, in the hands of one person. This is perhaps the biggest one because it would require a total overhaul of our system. We don't vote for Prime Minister in Jamaica. The Westminster model is that you vote for your local representative and then the local representatives elect the Prime Minister. But like the Privy Council, some of that is a fiction in that most people, I suspect, vote for the representative who is of the party they would like to see form the government. And citizens and voters are faced with the Hobson's choice, I think, of you may want one party or one person to be Prime Minister, but somebody from the other party to be your representative. You're forced to make that kind of choice in a system that need not have to be structured that way. There's general agreement that these are critical institutions, that they play a very important role in our democracy. And I think it's safe to say that there's even more agreement in relation to the Electoral Commission, that commission in particular has served as a model in other jurisdictions as to a better way to manage one's electoral process. The difficulty is those bodies exist and are governed by ordinary legislation. And that means that the party in government can change their terms, can change their structures, or even repeal them and do away with them altogether. And the only way to avoid that is to give them constitutional status on an entrenched basis. That's something that has been discussed and recommended from time to time before. In my view, this is something that ought to be done. Finally on my list, provide for fixed terms or fixed retirement dates for the DPP with no power to extend, as was done with the judges. The power to extend is a power that, like all powers, may lend itself to abuse. And again, I'm not speaking about any specific case.
And I'm not going to lie, Casey Hilton raised some very important points. We even seen that the fixed election dates were promised by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, and after basically 2 terms, still not done.
Within our first 100 days of government, we will start the legislative process to fix the date for general elections in Jamaica. So no government will be able to come and make false promises and hide the truth and tell you half-truths and trick you into voting for them, and then when them win, them throw on poison for you.
100 days. For fixed election date, still await for the promise to fulfill. One broken promise after another. Laughable, as we say. None of your promise not fulfill yet, boss. So there you are wait.
Within the first 100 days of our government, we will start the legislative process to institute impeachment proceedings in Parliament.
And we're seeing them rush through and do a lot of amendments. And that was not a part of, his agenda, even though he had promised the people of Jamaica that he would have done so. And I seen him call for, term limits. That's what, the People's National Party has proposed a long time ago, as well as impeachment and all of that. And so we would like to see all those things be put in place for real, and that, people will be held accountable, and we can see, greater levels of transparency and good governance. What says one of my people based on what Hilton had to say? Moving right along in this part, we've seen Marlene Malahoo Ford come out and said that this road to republic and deciding on Jamaica's final court are major challenges. My people should even refer to the whole referendum of it as a big political risk. And she was making reference to, back even in the whole 80s, where we had known that it needed a referendum in order to break away from the whole monarch.
One of the other big challenges in the committee, in addition to the call for greater public education and engagement, is the call for dealing with which final court at the same time as transitioning from the constitutional monarchy to the republic as our form of government. The policy approach of the Holness administration is to do the work in phases. It is a big political risk. I'm not talking about partisan risk. I say that because we have not held a referendum in independent Jamaica. And there are many stories about what a referendum really means and the approach. And many are nervous about it. Some are excited about it. Some are saying, what is the monarch doing to Jamaica? After all, they do not interfere in the internal affairs of Jamaica. But we must further the progress on our goals for a truly independent Jamaica.
So if she's saying that the public wants to know what a referendum is, and we know there's more questions than answer, It is therefore telling that the public needs more education. And as I've seen, a few of my subscribers saying that they need to, print some pamphlets and give the people them so that they can read, or put out more broadcasts over radios and televisions to keep the people informed as to every step and to understand this whole process of becoming a republic. And so my advice is that they really take it slow, because they can't just come with a 1, 2, 3 thing and push it down on the people. This is a very tedious process. And so a referendum is a general vote by the electorate on a single political question that has been referred to them for a direct decision. So therefore, this whole monarch moving away to republic will need a referendum, because we need the people's input in it. It's not so much of the politicians to go into the cabinet and to draft up and to debate on bill without, the inclusion of the public. Therefore, this is also telling me that Jamaica is not ready anytime soon to become a republic. Not at all. So my people, we heard her come back and admit that it's a big challenge and it's a political risk. I want to hear from one of my people in this one. Tell me what you think of what Casey Hilton said and Marlene Malahu's take on the whole, road to republic. I'm not sure if she heard when Hugh Small, spoke out saying that they need to come and tell the people the truth. So I guess this is her truth. But my people, drop on the honest thoughts and opinion in the comment section and let us reason out this one. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Run over to my other platform, Instagram and Facebook, and follow me over there at Anisabel Rose. Check out the YouTube store, make a purchase. It goes in support of the channel. Check out the YouTube membership. You get a lot of benefits by becoming a member. Badges to stand out in the comment section. You get members shout out. Other perks. You have 2 levels of membership. You have regular membership and you have VIP membership. Only a small fee per month to become a member of the Anisabel Rose movement. We do notification shout out in each and every video to be a part of that. All you have to do is be the first to like, comment, subscribe, and you'll be featured in the following video to come. This notification shout out goes to Sonia Montague. Big up yourself, Sonia. Thanks for the continued support from each and every subscriber. New viewers, come on board, journey with me, join the family. Subscribe to the channel, like up the video, share out the video, support the ABR movement by playing your part. On the road to 20k, help me to get there, my people. Get this video to at least 2,000 likes. We want the people to understand this whole process and this whole road to recovery as much as possible. Now share out these videos, my people. They're very informative. Stay tuned for more videos. Stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.